slot. We'll see if they can make good on it, or whether Mongols will take that secondary position. Already a very fast-paced pistol in from TYLOO, once again trying to threaten hell control. We've seen a lot of this on gun rounds, but look how quickly the Mongols are dispatching of this. Kaze playing up close, but unfortunately can't get much more done. Mzinho there to cover his teammate as they took that fight. So a 2-on-4 now. TYLOO having access with that bomb towards lower, and actually Kaze getting the jumping dink onto Blitz and forcing him away. So running out a little bit dry on information here, because they don't know if both players on TYLOO are committed towards that lower site or not. That'd be very audible on the rotate. Critical kill missed by Auman, so Kaze's left alone.
That was the key, Jewel, wasn't it? Because Blitz was alone lower now. You really want to get bomb plants at a minimum out of these pistol rounds at the T side. It's actually not a bad result. It's the force you can take, but here, not to be.
Yeah, I think definitely learning some lessons as they've played more of this map in the qualifier. Always have to temper expectations as well. Some of the teams that are playing in the Extremes land aren't really fully fledged teams, or some of them, you know, they're not really active in the circuit. Like, we've got a full Korean team, and I don't think I've seen a Korean team compete in God knows. Senzu trying to get a little bit antsy in towards Hut, and mzinho pressured in at ramp, taking a lot of damage for that duel. And all the Mongols players are taking a brunt of damage. So low on all these fights. Nade is great onto Auman and funnels him into mzinho, who rotated away from ramp. So they've got a man advantage, but they're walking wounded.
There's a lot going on here. In towards door, of course, now. Trade is there for yamyoung. It might be a 2-on-3, but the CTs have to stay spread. 2 players are low. And I hope for their sake that 910's looking the right way at the right time. Blitz peels off. Gets back in tow. That was awkward. These 910's on location. mzinho, guess they're just in time. So a clean. I believe 16 is the limit.
Yeah.
I think I'm right in saying ESL and blast. That's an awkward exchange. Bit of space here. Senzu's nearby. Not a plant, that'd be really nice, but actually it's not going to be the case. So bomb is planted. Some rifles are retrieved. This was a non-investment, essentially, from TYLOO. Just a couple pistols. Anything from here is just a bonus. As Kaze seeks out a duel. Auman fighting towards Deacon. Not going to work out for him. With that bomb lying behind the silo, this should be out of reach. Ramp to help out his teammate, because right now 910 is surrounded. Repeat nades going onto that ramp position. And 910 surely in trouble. He tucks himself backside. 2 found, 1 above. Make it free. Surely not. Trade is there in the end. Bomb needs to be retrieved. Advent is way off. This is not an easy plant, but Kaze, where has this come from today? He's been a beast late round.
Oh, I mean, from door. But outside occupied by Auman. They don't clear from mzinho, but they spot him. And so yamyoung there and prepared to cover for Auman. yamyoung as well will attack hell, and he loves to go for this particular move. Kaze just continuing to punish. So trades on trades, and we're 3-on-3 for only a moment before Advent's lurk finally bears fruit.
Perfect. Totally unsighted. This is taking a turn now for the Mongols. 910 really need to hold on to this. They don't have lost bonus. They have putrid cash reserves. yamyoung might catch head spotted.
So yeah, having Senzu alongside does bait for Blitz to get a free kill. It took a little longer than you would have anticipated, but they're doing some decent damage against the full buy of TYLOO. The only one that didn't really commit all the way down was 910. He gets here late to the party, 1-on-3, and they know exactly where he's positioned. Auman just trying to play his life, not give him the opportunity to clutch this one back. And 910 will slither away into the sunset. One collapse on this A bomb site.
Oh, big kill. That was beautiful. Senzu out. Techno, fortunately, is on the site, but he has so much work to do. First found. And they pumped the brakes a little bit here of TYLOO. Another rotation is in. They might be ill-advised to commit to this now. They've got a minute on the clock. There's no need to go all the way in. Techno finds another. Make it free. And it's just Advent. 1 on 3. Surely not. 1 headshot. It is the right decision. I'm just not really sure how they know this.
Well, they boosted up into Mustang, and I don't think they'll anticipate that one, so likely a free kill here for Senzu, but trade is always going to be lined up. Advent right behind him, and Advent on a bit of a heater.
That would be a world. That would be a world. It's got to be said, we've asked a lot of times in this qualifier, you know, what happens if Mercury isn't creating all that space. And not to say, you know, he's losing them rounds, but we're looking at other players to open up. We're looking at, you know, strategically to find gains. And it's been pretty good so far. I mean, on the T side of Nuke, it's not an easy side to play.
Yeah.
And they lost Pistol as well. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
It's certainly a lot better than yesterday.
The TYLOO guys, you know, in the games that I've been able to capture them before, you know, they'll often pick into Nuke, but they expect to start T-side, and that's where they actually...
Much else, let's be honest. Either way. Where are we at? These players need to stop facing above these smokes, man. What do you expect to happen? I'm not happy.
For him to miss and me to kill him. It's probably wishful thinking, especially the game that Mercury's had thus far, typically, and has been, the highest performer for TYLOO, and hell, kind of above everybody in this qualifier thus far, but off to a rocky start. The rest of the team has picked up the slack, but this is not one of those rounds. It's not looking likely. A lot of the rounds they've had so far have been pretty contingent on having that pressure outside and being able to salvage across, and they actually will be able to make that journey, but there's a lot of information relayed over to the Mongols, and so they've already inserted a player into the B-bomb site. Oh, that's awkward. Get the kill. Okay, he cancels the plant. That's exactly what mzinho was hoping for. He knew his position was given up, but a headshot offering for Auman. This is a 1 versus 4 turned 3, but very difficult now for him. Nade will blow open that, continuing his good form. Kaze as well will respond with his AWP, but they have conceded some ramp control, and Kaze isn't exactly linked up with that ramp attack. He's here with Mercury, who will serve as his bodyguard. And Advent is really just ripping heads. Reaggress back into lobby and finds Techno trying to flank in from behind, but 910's reposition is perfect. So now this link up on the lower side, it has to be mandatory. mzinho, 1 kill into Mercury, but Kaze's that man with the package, and he didn't see that player emerge out of vent, but he'll close the door behind him, try and punch in those digits. Oh, Senzu, very quick to capitalize on exactly that, but there's Auman. An incredibly fast headshot. 910 already on low health, so a headshot would have done it, but Auman wasn't quite ready for him to swing out from decon. A 7-3. A lot of access towards Hell, but Kaze was accounting for it. They already found an opening kill via Mercury, but Kaze finally funneled out, and Advent there to sweep up at least one alongside Kaze. Advent's a little boxed in, taken down to 4 HP, but now a 2-on-4 that can play out, and the positions are a little awkward here for TYLOO to deal with. Techno creeping in towards main, and a secondary kill is fantastic, granting access towards his upper site, but Techno still has to clear everything, and Senzu just simply cannot get that bomb to link up with him, so bomb drop towards Hell. Techno has to reinvestigate him with 40 seconds. There's a whole lot of angles to clear, and not a whole lot of time to do it. Oh, yeah. But Advent's juiced up. I don't know what's gone into Advent, but he's hitting shots.
He's...
Oh, I mean, look at him go!
Let's go! Get in there. This is what I'm talking about. Popping like an Advent calendar. That doesn't make sense, but... Yes. They're really taking their time. Smoke over the top. Molly's going to go on secret. And here we go. Weaving their way in. Pushing in through Mini. mzinho first frag found. There's a lot of defenders left. As Advent tucks himself behind the side. Kaze is doing work from up above too. So awkward as Auman. Did he come up and through the vent?
Yeah.
That has fully stifled this round.
He got Molotov'd off Secret, and that was his only avenue back in. Kaze, oh, awkward. Blitz is on 14 HP, so the ult not exactly ideal for that duel, and Blitz will call it. Here it comes, but Mercury has backup. Someone to cover off his back, and Mercury in for a double kill, but there's Blitz's AK to activate. Auman trying to duck around the corner, and the nade does decent damage, but mzinho, that was a critical kill. Something that could have maybe turned the tide. Blitz down to low HP, but finds his secondary kill and a flash that goes askew, but he'll dive up those vents. No, yamyoung does not go in hot pursuit, a massive risk. But he crossed with Senzu into Garage, and it's all about how these players now link up with the rest of the squad positioned in at ramp. Kaze, first the person to face, and Techno dealt with. The AWP of 910 as well cannot line up the trade. yamyoung there to cover. And so 910's now left with the bomb and unable to really set himself up in a position where both Senzu and Blitz can coordinate with him. They're so detached. Yeah. 910 had no escape path. They took lobby and they find the bomb.
This is perfect decided. No players lost. 5 alive.
Team Ace.
Team Ace, yeah. They have so few nades, the Mongols. They've just invested all of them to sell outer, and nobody's bought it. Nobody's rotated. Here comes that inner hit. There's going to be full contact. Auman gets one catch. Advent's doing work behind the site. 3 kills for him. Granted, others might have been taking contacts, but Advent's been amazing.
Yeah.
You're getting absolutely slammed by Advent. Here we go again. Another inner play. This time looks like a fake. One player goes out. It's really ramp. They do kill yamyoung. That's a rifle on the floor too. Kaze just about ekes out an angle behind that hell Molotov. Mercury's flushed out too. And they do kill him. So it's a 3-on-3 for now. Auman's going to face from Decon. He's the sole player on this side of the map. He's got a player to contest with as well in the vent, his right-hand side. Senzu could get in behind. Very awkward exchange. Oh my lord. What was that? Okay. It's a kill, I guess. Let Senzu away with that one. Trade is through as this carnage is set to continue. Bomb does get planted. As one player tucks in under the catwalk. Blitz cannot move though. He's where that bomb was planted. Kaze on the jump. Gets the spot. Advent removes the head. Towards Secret. There we go. Shots exchanged. He's going to get pinched. Techno's coming in from a lower position. Auman hits the deck. 910's collected. Kaze also in the meantime. Lobby pushing response. And mzinho is ready for that. This round is crumbling for TYLOO. It's a nice kill from Advent, but it won't be of any result unless yamyoung can pull off something incredible.
Kind of an awkward angle to clear. Util for right and left, but now yamyoung revealing himself, not content with his spot. Doors are going to open soon enough. Senzu goes walking straight into his death. The tag from 910, great, and Techno will finish the frag. It's Advent, the man that cannot be stopped. 24 and 12 in a 1-on-2. The in-game leader, that your expectation is he'd get a quarter of these frags. Half. Maybe. But here he sits as a man on fire. I don't know that the Mongols have any real read about where he's coming from. They sit inside of the site, using the main silo as cover. Techno finally spotted. Advent just lightning quick, decapitating Techno, and 910 at the back of the bomb site. Not like this. It's Advent all day, every day. It's a missed shot from 910, and Advent's the one that finishes this map 26-12, and on top of that, a 1v2 for the first map in the series. And I'll see if they transition that into a successful second one as well. Kaze, a nice entry, and yamyoung alongside him. So this A defense already broken down by those 2 smokes, those 2 entries. And Kaze is not satisfied with that. yamyoung's actually the one that gets both 3 Masters Chengdu. Don't lose to this. Don't lose to this. They had this day one. They had this happen to them on day one, and it is somehow worse. This was all USPs here for the Mongols. At least last time, it was deagles and lovely shots from the Mongols. Before Mercury knows it, he has no teammates. You know, he's recovering from what was a shy performance from him on Nuke, and now he's thrust into a 1-on-4 where every gun they bought into has been recovered by the Mongols. Some lovely shooting here from Mercury, but this feels like too much to recover.
The blitz flank surely is all she wrote on this round. These guys' sight are just biding time. They're just being a nuisance. Here comes the death blow. Oh, team, Ben.
Yeah, no, they are now. Oh dear.
You just do what I do and use endpoint as the punch bag.
Well, okay, that's a start. Came in with a counter force. I say counter force. Mongols didn't, but TYLOO do in response to losing to the USPs. And they have dropped the AWP. It's in the hands of Mercury now, but not exactly ideal positioning for an AWP. Blitz playing close to the smoke topside con. But now that they've got that weapon on their back, they're going to simply evacuate middle. Regroup themselves outside of B, where Kaze is waiting for his teammates to link up with him. It's good timing on the smoke. Smoke's lasting longer in CS2. Only by a small margin, but enough that it'll stall out close to 20 seconds here before TYLOO can do much of anything. They might have to just run straight through it if they want any chance of clearing the back of the bomb site. Oh, they tried to line up a flash. It didn't quite make it out the window. And the flash, actually, a counter at that, is one that partial blinds up Techno. Trapped in at Van now are TYLOO, but they have found the key man that they need to flush out. They tap the bomb, but Mercury not fully committing to it, and Blitz still such a nuisance in from Market. Mercury is stalled out this round a little too long, and now his best objective would have been to probably die within time. But didn't drop his guard just because they took some contact over towards B. Yeah, jamming at the back of the site, already accounted for, and so mzinho swinging out with that USP to finish off the job. Advent was the one that started all that aggression over on the B bomb site, but he's now the last man standing. Just kind of wild to think that going into the first buy for the Mongols, because they won on USPs, 910 got his AWP out, and they lost the AWP. The site, fighting from spawn. Blitz is the only one that's now considering the fact that there could have been a boosted player, somebody that could have slid their way into spawn, but 910 doing a great job with his AWP so far. 2 kills, and just completely stopping TYLOO in their tracks. That Molotov as well around the smoke, not doing them any favors. mzinho's been dealt with, so now auman, with that late activation, clearing a path for his teammates to break into this bomb site. Oh, Blitz singed by the Molotov, so they know there's a player up close, but they already knew that 910 was last seen in this position. But they're heavily grouped up. They're just going to quick collapse. They don't have utils, so they're just going to have to fight dry. And TYLOO has some solid after-plant positions to hold from. yamyoung, first person to take contact, and that 910 AWP finally striking, but yamyoung's head could be exposed. He wasn't ready for 910 to go so high up on the ticket booth, and auman cannot collect on Techno and Connector. A little weird. Back at the bomb site, senzu just simply cannot cover. 910 does get there on the rotate in time. So it's a 3-on-3. They're putting a lot of pressure on, and so there's no safety here for TYLOO, even though they take the bomb site. Blitz tagged up even lower. And Kaze still without a proper gun in hand. Only a deagle, but they're going to try and boost Advent up for this post plant. See if Kaze can draw attention. There's no flank that they have to worry about, only short and market. Kick on mzinho as well, but 910 floored. Advent still holding onto his position on that boost, but now moving in and actually catching Blitz completely off guard. A couple great kills in from Advent, and Kaze, a mystery. Slid himself over towards Benjen, is now playing perfect position. mzinho, the one with the kit, and actually just running headfirst into Kaze.
First shot. Nade starting to be lined up. Techno's on location towards Edward. First kill the way of senzu. Make it 2. Little bit trapped, but he's already done his job. Rotation sprinting over. Goes down in the end. But he's done enough. Smoke is down. TYLOO flustered, falling back. They've already used all their nades to no avail. And this is not looking good.
Yeah, a great round thus far because of Senzu, but TYLOO knew that there was that AWP last seen on short, funneling into it, but they just weren't expecting it inside of the apartments. Quick boost in towards window, 25 seconds, and TYLOO are going to have to really hope that yamyoung finds something, and quick. No, it's actually Mercury catching mzinho facing topside connector, and 910 still inside of CT with this AWP, and he's been a nuisance from this position in rounds gone by, but there's yamyoung to floor him. An open plant, but they do reconsider back towards the other side of triple. It will be a 1-on-2. This round pried open by yamyoung. And Techno, I don't know if he's feeling all too good about going for this since we've covered the Mongols. But all eyes were on him because of that saved AWP. And he just keeps rattling off shots, really toying and playing with fire. But kaze is the one that's floored. Mercury just sits inside a sandwich and hears all those shots rattling off. Senzu trying to trap Mercury in, but Mercury fights his way out. Up to 9 kills is Mercury after a shy nuke. Could save here, or could save TYLOO here after what should be a pretty bog standard round, but 910 just has other intentions. 3 kills on that saved weapon, and that's the kind of weight that kind of weapon can carry in the right hands, and Techno tried to be a secondary pair of hands, but 910 playing close to the smoke, and a re-smoke will be down for him, so he can maybe fixate his attention onto these players coming out from Palace, and it's perfect. A complete bait. They heard that util sail out, and they wanted to fixate on that one man in at the ticket booth, which was typically been 910, but he's now, I mean, teed up perfectly for those frags. And I'd imagine this is, quite honestly, a save call here from TYLOO. Just so spread apart. And just no health to work with.
Just no options. Auman's just to the right.
This will get weird.
Oh my lord.
They're friends. Oh my goodness. Dying for Blitz's sins. Audible on his retreat out from window, and so mzinho floored, but Blitz does make up for it. Does find a trade at the very least, but he's lost so many teammates, all in tow. B-site taken, that anchor dropped, and Blitz is trying his best to redeem himself. Was sat right next to a T, and he didn't know it, but now dropped by the AWP, and so the decision here for 910 becomes clearer and clearer. $300 in the pocket.
Very standard split. Palace prong has gone. Trade is through. Kaze with another. That's the player in window. It's just 910 on this side of the map. He doesn't have his trusty big green in hand. Gonna try and make it awkward for these terrorist players, but if they keep finding the frags elsewhere, it's not gonna matter. It's a safe plan for jungle. 910 is gone. It's gonna be 6 for TYLOO. Techno's not even near a rifle. Maybe we can scoop up one here in window. There we go. And in this round, the Mongols, they've got a little bit of a read. We can see Techno is aggressive in apartments. That's allowing a bit of... Hey, lean in the flash. You're right. I don't know if they had any information, but that was incredible foresight. It's a nice nade from Blitz, but surely the numbers here are just overwhelming. Just Techno left. 4K required. And surely not. TYLOO do recover the half. Made good on a few mistakes. 7-5. It was a little bit grim from their perspective. They're now on the T side. It is their map pick. They are a brilliant Mirage team. But even then, they've got to prove it in the here and now. They're going home. It'll be TYLOO in Chengdu. And this round is off to the worst start. 3 for TYLOO. Just 910 and Blitz. That is a massacre. They didn't even make it out of ramp. Oh my god. You would not...
It's a bit more in line with what we expect from Mercury and Advent, respectively. But no bomb plant. Full save. So Kaze is stuck to his dualies. We saw 910 do the same on Nuke. And yeah, Kaze, there's kind of no reason for you to continue fighting here. Keep your head armor, let your teammates sweep up. These clocks are not going to get much of anything done.
I mean, it should be a given winning this round, but I'm elated. Calling perspective. But this is scary stuff. They're going to pop through this smoke. Flashbang. Not effective on Advent as he goes anti-flash for that one. Techno up close. Mercury on the other side here instead. Flash over the top. Mercury dodges that one. Can't make it too, but Kaze's already in towards CT. This is not looking good. I don't think a bomb plant is necessarily on the cards here in the first place, let alone a round win. It's falling apart for Mongols.
Yep, they're just trying to keep tabs on 9-10, and all that information the same. But there's Blitz. I mean, a guy that has been so long-standing as one of these sharp-shooting in-game leaders. He's hoping he can pry open this round. AK, well, actually going to be the one that finds the kill onto Mercury, just fighting out in no man's land. But he's lost all of his teammates. So Senzu still sitting behind those top mid boxes, but not a whole lot doing here for the Mongols. Yeah, flash is good, and they will clean up. They're cleaning house. TYLOO coming into this.
The gaps. There is so few scope for mistakes anymore. Boosting into window. Auman gets the spot. Blitz somehow gets the kill and slips the net. Okay. This looks very awkward.
Oh, but auman recovers. Let Blitz escape, sure, but finds that kill bottom con and then also collects on Blitz in jungle. So they had a look in on this round, but 9-10 now,
especially in the big high pressure games, now with 7 chances to at least even up that scorecard a little bit. This round is scrappy and then some. Mercury is so low. Advent, though, the hero of Nuke chiming in. Mercury gets another. Yamyoung's a finish. There you have it. TYLOO.